So here we are at Movin'On with Oliver Eyrisch from Evonik. You are a Movin'On partner. You have a booth here, and as you told me, your theme is you provide the chemistry for innovation and change. Could you describe your role at Movin'On?
Yes, so we are a leading specialty chemicals company, and we're supporting the automotive industry with material solutions, basically to enable all those new sustainability trends.
So lighter cars?
Exactly, more efficient, lighter cars, and we are not the front runner in terms of those innovations, but with our material solutions, we try to enable all those innovations.
So on a practical basis, what kind of things are you developing?
It's a very broad range. For example, for the tire industry, we offer products to reduce the roll resistance of tires. When it comes to lightweight design, it's a lot about plastic materials that replaces metal in the car, just like composite materials, like metal plastic hybrids. All those materials can counter a little bit the added weight imposed by batteries or by all those sensors that are needed for these new mobility trends.
Oh, that's interesting. So I didn't realize. So a lot of these new mobility trends are actually making the cars heavier and less
Absolutely.
efficient? Wow. See, there we go. We saved the best for last. All right. So you're trying to compensate by building lighter bodies, more resistant tires, etc.?
Correct. More fuel-efficient lubricants that in the end save energy and lead to a more sustainable.
So you have a very important role to play in true sustainability, because cars have to move, they have to be lighter, they have to be more sustainable in terms of what we do with the car after as well, no?
Absolutely.
So you work directly with manufacturers such as Michelin, or through auto manufacturers, tire manufacturers, everybody, or how does it, what is your role?
Yeah, so that's a very good question. Basically, yes, we supplying Michelin, for example, with our technologies, but when it comes to car manufacturers, we are not a tier 1, we are typically a tier 2 or sometimes even a tier 3 supplier. But we are in very close interaction with car manufacturers because they want to get to know all those material innovations first, so that they also can basically build on those trends with their new design ideas, and vice versa. So it's basically a triangle relationship where we supply those materials to our customers, but the trendsetters are clearly car manufacturers.
So you're a partner in Movin'On this year. Have you been a long-standing partner with Michelin in its mobility conferences before this year?
We have been a faithful visitor of those conferences, but I think this is the first time where we will have a bold, or had a bold presence and engaged with an own booth, but also with a workshop moderation and presentation on, in this case, it was 3D printing, additive manufacturing.
So, and why did you choose this iteration of the conference to become more closely involved?
Well, it's basically the good experiences of the past, the close relationships we have with Michelin, obviously, and it's just a coincidence that with this new positioning, Innovate Mobility, we provide the chemistry. We regarded this to be an excellent platform to present ourselves to a broader target group, not just our customers, but it's very interesting to get in touch also with other stakeholders like politicians, other society stakeholders that play an important role, although we don't supply them. But we get interesting insights, of course, also on what trends we have to focus on.
Yes, because this year's event is about the whole ecosystem, the complicated interactive ecosystem.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Now, can you tell me more about your 3D printing initiative, the workshop that you had here?
Yeah, that was a very engaged workshop together with additive, which is also a joint venture of Michelin. So we basically provide plastic powders, polyamide powders for 3D printing, and we used that workshop to really find out what are the real bottlenecks and what are also the opportunities you have in that industry with this new technology. And the major lessons learned of that workshop was that it offers so much new design options that the industry also has to capture it. So it's a lot is possible, but not everything is used up to now.
What about scalability? Because it sounds like with 3D printing, one imagines, I'm sure it's in the far-flung future, that somebody could actually manufacture their own car, correct?
Right.
Yeah.
So for cars, it's a well-known established method in the design phase to build prototypes. And I think the next step in using it on a large scale is to change the whole development and design phase of a car to reduce the development time. I mean, in the past, up to now, it took 5 to even 7 years to design and build a new car. Additive manufacturing, wisely introduced, combined with digitalization methods, you can get to a complete new, more iterative development of a car that looks different, that is different, and more importantly, it saves a lot of time.
So I'm down to the last minute here. Your experience at Movin'On was a good one. Will you be back next year?
Oh, absolutely. We will. We have to get together because everybody was so busy and spreading out. We didn't have even a chance to exchange our opinions. But I would say it was definitely worth coming. It's out of the box. It's not a typical conference and trade show which you normally do, and it's not so much close on a business development opportunity, but it's getting out of the box, getting new ideas. That helps being busy all day long with our customers and everyday work.
Thank you very much. Thanks for your time.
Thanks
for stepping into the aquarium. Thanks.
Thank you.